Yeah, so welcome back. Here we are again. I know the light is fading a bit now, but hopefully you can see enough that, and I might bring you in a bit closer when I work on the features a wee bit more. So this is Archie, and this is step 3 really, this painting. Okay. Yeah, someone said that, rubbing your hands together awakens the chi. It kind of gets you, and I do feel like there's something about that, shaking it off and just, being willing to, I don't know, something about just shaking it off, yeah. And to take risks, to feel willing to take a risk around it and not be, and bring in that element of newness every time. I don't want to feel like I'm doing the same thing at any point, but looking freshly at what's happening here, and what new surprises there might be to get curious about. Okay, so I never turned on the mic, do it? Oh, there it is, still on. That's good. Okay, so I've just put some cadmium red on the brush, and I think I do want to bring this color in. So that could be here. I'm just trying to find relationships between the features, particularly between the ear and the nose across the face there, and the lobe of the ear. It's also warmer, I think, over the rest of the painting, so I can afford to let that cadmium red just sit there for a while as an underpainting for the ear at least. And see, if I put a touch of the burnt sienna with that cadmium red, I think we're going to get a colour then that would work for coming forward into the front of the face, where the face meets the light here, where the light is falling on the face. I'm actually making it a bit too runny. I don't want there to be all these runs coming straight down, so I'm conscious now of holding the palette up like this so that I can see the consistency of paint, and bring that across. Use some of that warm colour here. Back of the nose, and the shadow that sits in front of the eye here. And there's something warm here. And also, I think that shadow has some warmth in it too. Okay. Yeah, and then there's the alizarin crimson. Hint of that in the area of the mouth, I think. You'd be kind of trying to find colour to distinguish parts from each other. To help to distinguish parts from each other, colour is useful. That's why I'm seeking out. If I see a flash of something, I want to go with that. I'm going to bring you closer now because I think it's worthwhile having a look at what's happening on the edge of the face there. Hopefully I won't crash into you. And sometimes you could leave a colour that's brighter than it is really just for a while and come back to it, because like I was saying before, watercolour dries a shade lighter, and sometimes it's kind of good just to make one mark in a place and leave it and revisit it after doing something more general somewhere else. Edge of the ear there. A little bit my way. Okay. And I've got a 1/4 inch brush that may be helpful to do something in the area of the eye, maybe. I'm just looking at the shadow that sits below the upper surface of the lower lid there. It seems to me like it's got almost kind of a purplish hint to it, that shadow. I think it might sit about here. There. Just looking at the shape of the skin between the eyebrow and the eye. And the shape of the eyebrow too, which maybe could extend over a little bit here. Often a really good thing to stand back and small touches in the eye area so that it feels like it sits comfortably with everything. And when I stood back there, I wanted to bring some of the dark colour that I've used in this shadow here down lower into the nose. Front of the eye there. Bit of burnt sienna. Maybe some burnt sienna in the skin between the eye and the eyebrow as well. Slightly darker than the light that's falling on the cheekbone there. It's helpful to make that a little bit darker. And also up here into the forehead. That burnt sienna and maybe a bit of kind of a purplish colour possibly, so mixing the alizarin crimson with the ultramarine blues, just inject some of that there too. Yeah, and something I always find that I can't be bothered with painting ears because I get on with the interesting bits. And ear has to be kind of put in. Now, if I was to deepen the tone of the ear there, eyebrow sits in relation to the ear. Something about here, I think, dark that. And then further forward, lower down. Okay. I think if I mix a bit of burnt sienna with that ultramarine blue, it'll soften it a little. And finish off that dark shape there. Where the warm light stops and the glow begins back there. There's a shadow in here that I think would be helpful too. And then where the ear connects with the jaw. And left. Paper is a little bit wet there now, so it's not really letting me fully clarify the position of the earlobe. That's some sort of thing going on there, which is better than nothing anyway. Away from painting it. Can't see it in the mirror anymore, but maybe that's no harm. I'm going to mix the ultramarine blue and the burnt sienna together. I'll turn it this way. Shadow at the back of the ear continues down there towards the back of the head. I'm going to make a little bit more of it so that it breaks that edge. I might just take the plunge and put something like Payne's Grey in the background so that I can kind of chisel the front of the face against that then. Let's see, I've got 8 minutes. I think it's manageable in that time. It's just because there's such a lovely light falling on the front of the neck and the front of the face that I feel like now that the things here are vaguely established, that my time might be best spent now figuring out what's happening at the front of the head. Bring the shirt up a bit further there. Wrap around. Okay, let's see. That's some more of the blue anyway, and maybe some Payne's Grey as well. I have a little stretch there if you like, Archie. Just settling in then for the last 5 minutes. Well, it would be amazing if the light was going to work, but it's not. And if you're up for doing this another time, I'd say every time I'm going to say that because like, do you want a full-time job? But if we were to do it again, I would definitely engineer it so it happens in the morning. I think that would, or you know, at least a little bit earlier to give us the opportunity to. Yeah, you know. I mean, it's good to have a sense of urgency about it, but sometimes it's also nice not to have to stop and feel like carrying on. Let's put indigo, that might work. I feel like I want to put that in more for the shirt than not positive, but I think indigo is one of those colours that's more difficult to remove, so I should be a bit more careful before I put it. Maybe it's cerulean blue I want to put in there. We've just got the 5 minutes now, so I think I want it to be a blue anyway because I want it to feel like it really is sitting back the background. And I'm telling myself that I can always do the rest of the ear from the photograph, so I might as well use the remaining time to work on the front of the face. So there's the cerulean blue there. I think something quite nice to clarify the edge of things here. go with it. I'm not completely convinced, but I think I may as well go with it now. See what'll happen if I use that blue further up the face. The nose here. Here. This good because you turn towards me ever so slightly. Yeah. Maybe marginally, just a teensy bit less. Yeah. And back again a tiny. There. Yeah. And I think that line dividing the lips would be no harm to put something dark in there too, because the light is really falling on the base of the front and the tones parting behind. Always the danger of it being like a queen on a stamp, you know, it's kind of flattening things, so I'm not wanting that to happen. I've just put a little bit of indigo into the cerulean blue. Because I like indigo better, even if it's harder to lift it off. Maybe just the last little touches around the forehead. Got 1 minute. Pressure's on. Okay. Taking a bit of a risk with this blue, I think, but I'm doing it. And this is you not having eaten yet today again, is it? stop there now. Thanks very much. Thanks, Archie. I'm going to leave it and kind of decide if there's any more that needs to be done to it, but I think I'm only going to start footering around.
Can I look, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's upside down. I better turn off the video. So, will we say goodbye?
Peace.
See ya.
See you later.